Well, good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Derek's Travel Chats for April 1, 2021. It's around 12:30 here in Newfoundland right now, and so April Fool's Day, I guess, is officially over. I always learned that it was up to 12 o'clock was April Fool's Day, but so today we're broadcasting a little earlier as well than usual, and I hope this time frame might be more convenient for people. We're just testing it out right now and seeing if it is a better time uh, slot to be in. Uh, for anyone who hasn't been on before, Derek's Travel Chats is designed to provide you, the traveler, with information while we're going through this pandemic and for post pandemic, uh, so that you're able to plan your future travel and feel safe and confident in doing so. If you want to be able to see some of the previous episodes, I would encourage you to visit my webpage. It's www.embtravelservices.ca. And there you will find links to the other 33 episodes of the show. Uh, we're also live on YouTube and Twitter. And if you go to YouTube, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that little bell on it, and then you'll get notification when new uh, videos are done and our shows are broadcasting. So if you could do that, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So let's move on. Today, I'm also introducing a new aspect to the show, and it's actually going to be a giveaway. So at the end of the show or shortly afterwards, because it is a new, it's going to be new, and depending on how many people enter, but we're giving away a $25 gift card to Boston Pizza uh, from Boston Pizza here in Newfoundland. Now, if you're watching from anywhere across Canada, the Boston Pizza gift card will be also you'll be able to use it at your local Boston Pizza. So if you're, as we say, watching from come from away, we'll have that gift card sent out to you if you're the lucky winner. And in order to win it, you really have to listen closely to our guest because the question will have something to do with what our guest is talking about today. So I encourage you to listen closely. Also, because today the time change, and some people watch on a regular basis when we were at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to give people an opportunity to watch it after the program is finished and rebroadcasting. And at that time, later this afternoon, probably around 4 o'clock or shortly afterwards, we'll see who gave us the correct answer, and then we'll do a random draw from all of anyone who gave the correct answer and send out the gift card. So uh, it's our way of helping support local business as well as talking about travel, because we're all in this together and we want to keep moving forward as the vaccine rollout is happening, and hopefully get back to those bucket list travel arrangements. So without further ado, today I'd like to introduce my guest, Miss Tracy Daniels. And Tracy she's the business development manager for Eastern Canada, and I think throws in Ontario there somewhere and so on. So, and Tracy has been in the hospitality industry now for about 20 years, working in different components. She's worked in hotels, worked on events, been a travel advisor like myself, and went to work for Rocky Mountaineer on the West Coast. And a couple of years ago, was able to follow the travel of her love, and that being cruising, and very specifically river cruising. So welcome, Tracy, to Gary's Travel Chats. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on today, and we're really looking forward to finding what Emerald is going to have to offer, and the kinds of locations and unique things that Emerald will be doing for guests. So welcome.
Thank you, Derek. It's a pleasure to be here and inspire everyone, and because it is something right now to look forward to, and to kind of, I find escaping in itineraries and pictures and the thought of travel just comforting right now. So my pleasure.
Yeah. The show is really, I'm really trying to not particularly sell one particular item, although, at some point, we're all looking forward to that, but it's really about inspiring people to look at different locations, look at different kinds of vacations, and hopefully when the time is right for those individuals, and it is an individual choice when they make to go travel. So hopefully everything that we do here will help towards that. So how have you and Emerald have been doing over the last 13 months? All of this craziness has hit the world.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's definitely been a challenging time, and of course we wish we could welcome our guests on board for these wonderful journeys on the rivers, but of course everything is paused at the moment, but it definitely has given us a time behind the scenes to work on things, upgrades and that sort of thing. So things that we wouldn't have normally tackled, we've been able to, tackle during this time of pause.
And what kind of things are Emerald looking at with regard to CDC protocols and those kinds of things?
Yeah, so I'll just share my my screen here. Let me, and I can just. Yeah, so of course, the world may have changed, but our commitment to the health and safety of not only our guests, but our crew definitely remains our key priority. So we've currently suspended our river operations to the end of June of 2021, and we're closely monitoring the changing government travel restrictions. So some of the protocols, you can see here outlined. In detail, they can be found on our website, but we're continually reviewing and updating these protocols and guidelines as new information becomes available, just to ensure that our guests can travel safely in the many destinations we operate in when the time is right. So, so many different measures in place here. Just a couple of things to touch on. Our spaceships. Our starships, they're quite spacious and small guest count. So, we are definitely a small ship experience. Our fleet of ships range from 84 guests up to 180 guests. So, definitely it is a nice small ship experience, a great way to travel, to explore, in the comforts of your floating boutique hotel. So you're not, you're only unpacking once. But on board, the air circulation, just for one example, all the air circulation coming into both the staterooms and the public areas is all coming from outside air. And this is not something new. This is something that we've always had when we've designed our ships. So it's always fresh air, and then the air that goes out of your staterooms goes directly outdoors. So again, all fresh air circulating there. When it comes to the onshore experience, we'll have smaller group sizes for the excursions, and the partners that we partner with locally, we've definitely taken measures to ensure that they will be following all of our safety protocols as well. The dining definitely will be adjusted as well. So for instance, at lunch, we'll take out the buffet. It'll be a la carte now. So just all of those little things that we are working on, and of course, continuing to monitor as the situation unfolds. So just to give you some little examples, but definitely, we won't operate until it is definitely safe to do so for our guests, so that they do have that experience that they are looking forward to.
I know you'll probably touch on your presentation there shortly, all the different things about Emerald, but just for our viewers, you have a sister company as well, is that right?
We do. So we are part of the Scenic family. So Scenic, for those that aren't familiar, is a privately owned Australian company who's been operating, started out in over 30 years ago as operating land tours in Australia. And now we do land tours all over the world. So we've been, definitely strengths in our land programs. And that just is a benefit when it comes to our river cruises and our excursions. So we've been on the ground for doing these with some great experience with over 30 years. So Scenic branched out into the luxury river cruise market in 2008. And then our Emerald Cruises is the little sister of Scenic. So Emerald started in 2014, and we have 8 starships on the rivers in Europe. And then our newest ship is the Emerald Harmony, that's been custom designed on the Mekong River in Southeast Asia. So our fleet of 9, very modern, new fleet. So we're definitely beautiful ships as well that I'll show you some pictures here in a moment. But the one thing also that we're really proud of with Emerald Cruises, you can see on the slide here at the bottom, those awards from Cruise Critic. And those are voted by our guests. For 5 years running, we've won the best river cruise line for value. And what's really important about this is that's been for every single year since Emerald Cruises began. So every year that we've been operating, we've won that award. So something really proud of, and throughout my presentation, I hope you'll see why that is, and the incredible value with Emerald Cruises.
Well, congratulations on all the awards. And for viewers, probably in another few weeks, we'll have Tracy back to talk more about the Scenic product that they have to offer as well. So, but today is all about Emerald Cruises. So Tracy, I'm going to give the microphone, as they say, to you and the screen. And if we have any questions come in, we'll deal with those as they come in. And you're on the go there.
Okay, thank you. Well, I just like to start off by showing everyone a quick little video here, and it just kind of you can see why the wonderful experience on board Emerald Cruises. So take a look at this. So that just gives you a bit of an overview of, why I'm so, I love Emerald Cruises and the product that we offer, and the value that I'll talk about here in a moment. But just to take you a little bit inside our beautiful starships, here you can see this is your foyer here. When you board the ship, you'll see lots of mirrors, glass, very modern decor here, nice and bright, a lot of natural light that you'll see. And of course, the Horizon Bar and Lounge on board. This is our heart and soul of the ship, where we'll have our afternoon port talks each day, just to get everybody excited about what the next day's itinerary is all about. But this is a great area here to relax. There's floor-to-ceiling windows. There's complimentary coffee and tea stations here available 24/7. There's a bar there as well, but a great area here. But just again, what I want to emphasize is the exceptional Emerald value that we've won those awards for from Cruise Critic, because we do include everything that's important in our guests' journey here. So I'll just touch on some of these here. Of course, food is such an important part when you're traveling, and our service on board is exceptional. The experience, it's open seating, so you can dine with whom you wish. And it's the crew, especially I find with Emerald, becomes your family by the end of the cruise. So everybody gets to know each other. Another wonderful benefit of river cruising and the small guest count there. It is just great as well. While we're sailing through the different regions, the menu will reflect that as well. So there'll be lots of regional dishes that our wonderful culinary team will prepare for our guests. Then when it comes to our excursions, so we've got included excursions and a variety of them as well. So you'll enjoy a shore excursion every day with an experienced local English-speaking guide who will proudly show you their town. So these are wonderful guides that, they've lived there. They've got so many stories, the history in there. So they're a great part of the onshore experience. Part of the included excursions you'll see on the itineraries is our Emerald Plus experiences. These are included unique cultural experiences where you'll see at least one of these on every itinerary as well. So these kind of take you into the lives of the locals for authentic insights into the heart of the culture. So in this picture here, the gentleman in the blue shirt, he lives in Slovakia, and he invites our guests into their homes for afternoon cake and tea. So just some really unique experiences that way. Also, with our included excursions, we'll have our Emerald Active program. So you'll see these listed as well throughout your itinerary. On board, we have an activities manager. So they'll also do activities on board, such as the Pilates stretching here that you can see, but also on shore. We have different guided hikes, different guided bike tours as well that are included. But we also, on the majority of our fleet, have bicycles that when they're not on an included excursion, you're free to take out on your own. We'll provide bike helmets and bike locks. But the bikes are a great way to, explore these beautiful little towns and villages in a different way. So for those as well, looking for a little bit more in-depth experiences, we have a few optional Discover More excursions that are available for an additional fee for those that want something a little bit extra as well. But again, we also have the flexibility. Our guests have told us that they do like to have some free time. So we've listened to that feedback, and we've provided some free time to explore on your own for those that wish to get off. And of course, the other great thing about river cruising is that we are in we dock right in the heart of these little towns and villages. So you are steps away from getting out and exploring. So again, gives guests the freedom to explore these wonderful areas however they wish. Looking on board our fleet, this of course is the top deck on our ships, the very popular area, the sun deck, a great way to enjoy the 360-degree views of the beautiful riverside views. We've also got a walking track around there. So our activity manager will run a walk a mile excursion while they're in a scenic sailing spot. So a great way to enjoy the scenery, but get a little fitness in at the same time. On board on the sun deck there, we've also got a tic-tac-toe game as well as a putting green. And you'll see in the bottom right-hand corner there, someone there with the golf putter in hand. But of course, in the background there is the beautiful Parliament buildings in Hungary. So excellent way to enjoy the onboard experience as well as the scenery around. On our fleet of starships as well, we have a wellness center. We've got a fitness area there that for guests that want to keep up their fitness regime, we've got that for use. But we also have a spa as well as a hair salon. Both of those would incur an additional fee, but they are available for the guests to enjoy. Something really unique about Emerald Cruises, our fleet, the majority of our ships have this wonderful heated swimming pool. So it has a retractable roof, so it's a wonderful spot to relax in and cool off after a day of exploring. This area here as well is a nice area that you'll find lots of guests kind of, enjoying with a nice quiet book. It's a really nice quiet area as well to relax in. So just some additional public space besides just the Horizon Bar and Lounge or the sun deck for guests to relax in. There's a complimentary coffee and tea station there as well that guests can help themselves to. But this is a really, really neat area. But what's really neat about it is by day, it's a swimming pool. In the evening, this is the pool area. So it transforms into a cinema. So the floor of the pool rises and turns into a great viewing area here. We've got a screen that will show some Hollywood classics. So again, a different type of entertainment for our guests to enjoy on some evenings. We'll pop some popcorn as well. So this is a really nice area. It also some evenings will be, a quiet area to enjoy a cocktail at the end of the day for guests that don't want to partake in the particular entertainment that might be happening in the Horizon Bar and Lounge. So again, lots of different options for guests to choose from throughout your journey with us. So I'm going to take you through some of our itineraries here, just to highlight a few. Here's a map of all the rivers that we sail through in Europe. Of course, you could sail all the way from the north on the English Channel down to the Black Sea. So that Rhine, Main, Danube going through continental Europe there is definitely the classics. And we have so many itineraries that you could do that whole segment in one trip, or it can be broken into several different itineraries. So lots of choices depending on your traveling preferences that you've got. We've also sailed into France as well as the Douro. But let's start with our most popular itinerary, especially for first-time cruisers, is our 15-day Splendors of Europe. So this is a wonderful itinerary, sailing from Amsterdam to beautiful Budapest. Can be done in the reverse direction as well. But this is a really great itinerary traveling along the Rhine, Main, and Danube rivers. Budapest, if you have not been, I definitely put it on your must-see list. This is such a beautiful city. The picture a few back where I showed on the sun deck of the guests on the putting green in the background was the Parliament buildings that are in Budapest. And, you know, definitely an advantage that Emerald Cruises has is we dock directly across from that. And at night, if you've seen pictures of the Parliament buildings in Budapest lit up, it is stunning. So we dock right across from that. So, you know, I know when I was there, I had a hard time. I took 1,000 pictures, it seems, of that. It is just incredible. And all the bridges around in Budapest are lit up as well. So it's absolutely stunning. But throughout this itinerary, lots of great included excursions. And I've highlighted there some of the included Emerald Plus and Emerald Active excursions in addition to the included tours at each stop. So lots and lots of great choices and experiences along this route. Something new for 2022 is our Oberammergau, the Passion Play that takes place every 10 years. So we have 6 departures in 2022 that will include your tickets to the Passion Play ahead of the cruise. So another great way to experience this wonderful play. And then, of course, enjoy a river cruise along with that. So this, of course, will be sailing on the Danube here. So this is just a 1-week cruise there, but it just shows you the different itinerary options along this stretch. Another new itinerary for 2022, of course, right now being springtime, I'm excited to see all of the tulips in the garden centers. You know, very exciting. So next year in April, we have 2 departures for this 10-day river cruise, and it's round trip from Amsterdam. Of course, including a visit to the famous Keukenhof Gardens to see all of those millions of tulips in bloom. So this is a really unique itinerary that we've got, as well as, of course, lots of great inclusions here as well. So we also sail into France. So France is a very popular destination, and there's really no better way to explore the south of France than on a relaxing river cruise. Because again, you only have to unpack once and tuck that suitcase under your bed and enjoy the comforts of your floating boutique hotel. And again, your steps from these towns. So this is our 8-day river cruise, our sensations of Lyon and Provence in the south of France. And again, so much to see and do along this itinerary. One of the unique things is we bring on a top chef, Chef Fabien Morial. So he's a local chef that will come on board our Emerald's ship and cooks dinner, a special Provençal dinner for all of our guests. So that's a real unique highlight in our south of France itineraries. But of course, lots of vineyards in the area, food lovers. Lyon, definitely lots of Michelin star rated restaurants here. So some really unique experiences with some cheese and olive and wine tastings included as well. But I also wanted to highlight, we've got also some combination cruises, which is really neat. So this one, called our Three Rivers Discovery, it's a 15-day river cruise. It combines that south of France cruise that I just talked about with our Secrets of the Douro itinerary in Portugal. But we've combined it so it makes it for a seamless trip, and it turns it into a nice 15-day river cruise. So we have a few of these combinations combining some of our cruises that Derek can certainly help you with. But it's just another unique way of doing, more than one river cruise, but in one trip while you're heading overseas there. And lots of great excursions, as you can see, and activities. And something unique on the Douro in Portugal is we have a canoeing excursion there. So, something really, really unique and very popular rivers there. So lots of great combinations, of course, and itineraries. It's definitely difficult, but there's really no bad river cruise, and the experience is absolutely spectacular. So we definitely, that's just a brief overview of all the wonderful things that Emerald Cruises has in store for our guests. So back to you, Derek.
Oh, I need to turn on my microphone. One question, with the pandemic and everything, and people having future travel credits, what would Emerald be doing? So if someone wanted to book now, what kind of guarantees, or if things never change, or if they didn't feel comfortable in going, but how is Emerald moving their itineraries or protecting their investment?
Yeah, well, so we have lots. We understand, obviously, the current situation and guests. So what we've done, we've got our Book with Confidence assurances in place. So all of these can be found on our website with lots of flexibility. So because definitely, the world it's uncertain at the moment. So we have lots of flexible measures in place for our guests, so that they do have peace of mind booking now, and of course traveling later.
Okay, great. What's the normal deposit for Emerald Cruises?
Well, our standard deposit, it's $500 per person. However, right now, one of those Book with Confidence assurances is we've got a reduced deposit for our river cruises. So only $250 per person right now.
Okay, great. All right, well, thank you. There we go. Well, thank you very much. It was very informative. I'm sure anyone, as they watch it both live now and when we rebroadcast it a little later on this afternoon, will hopefully be inspired to look at river cruising and to give us a call, make some arrangements for 2022 or 2023 whenever they're comfortable. So that's what it's really all about from my office. I just want to be able to give people hope that they'll be able to travel again sometime soon. So
absolutely.
So thank you very much, Tracy. It was a pleasure to have you on, and for our viewers, again, we will do a giveaway. The question that is being asked today is, what is the name of the sister company for Emerald Cruises? And you can put your answer in the comments below, or you can send a private message through Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you're listening from. So thank you again very much for listening today. We'll be back again next week with Derek's Travel Chats. And if you're still before 12 o'clock somewhere in the world and it's still April Fool's Day, be careful of pranks. But otherwise, have a great afternoon. And thank you again, Tracy.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.